Welcome to Wuxiaworld's Teahouse Season 2. I'm your host, Yoj.
And I'm Toki.
Woo! Today is a really exciting episode because we're celebrating the 100th chapter of Daddy is Too Strong. But thankfully, I'm not just celebrating with Ryoj because she boring, man. Instead, we have got the entire translation team with us. Please welcome Wu and Momo.
Wu, want to go ahead?
Sure. Hello, my name is Wu, and I'm the translator for Daddy is Too Strong.
Hi, I'm Momo. I'm the editor for Daddy is Too Strong.
So is this your first project or have you guys worked on other projects before?
This is my second project with Wuxiaworld. My first one was Barbarian Quest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is my third one. My previous project that I work on was Damn Reincarnation, and the one before that was Second Coming of Gluttony.
No wonder, Momo, you sound familiar. You've been on our podcast before.
Ooh, short-term memory, right?
Yeah.
You're making it sound like the episode was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
It was so long ago.
Well, yeah, we were on season 1 and this is season 2, so it's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, see?
Okay, speaking of past episodes, longtime listeners might remember our very first episode on Daddy is Too Strong.
Hopefully titled Daddy is Too Strong and So is Our Confusion.
And now we're back for the 100 chapter special. So Wu and Momo, how's it feel? Like, did you have fun reading the comments and seeing how the readers were reacting?
Can we also get a quick summary of the novel? Because when we first talked about the novel, there were no dragons.
Only daddy kinks and all, you know.
Just daddies.
It started with the Kings. It slowly veered off. So thankfully.
Oh.
Yes. No. We actually had readers really saying that they hope that it is not one of those tropes where there is romance between the father and the daughter. They are not
Honestly,
related. Yeah,
thank
they
God.
are not related. They are not related. Remotely not related. No, it's not. Wu and I were making sure leaving translator notes and letting people know that no, it doesn't go that way. It's a really wholesome novel with just family vibes. So that it's actually a good novel. It's a good read.
Okay. Just dragons, no daddy kinks. Awesome. So,
No daddy kings, yeah.
No daddy kinks. Awesome. Just sweet vibes all around.
Let
So
me
the-
translate that. Yoji's actually saying like, too bad.
I can hear her say that. She's like, damn, maybe I should not read it now.
I mean, there's dragons, so like you got me still. You guys got me
Okay.
still.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
the two of you came up with a very sweet idea to celebrate your 100th chapter. Thank you for letting us celebrate with you. Now, from what I
You
know,
are
that
welcome. And thank you for
Yeah.
having us because
you're welcome.
I thought we could do something different.
Yeah, you guys have been collecting responses from the readers, right? And
Mm-hmm.
were the responses what you were expecting?
Maybe we would have liked some more, but
I was thinking more in terms of like, were the answers what you were expecting, not the quantity? Wow, way to call out on your readers.
readers, what are you doing? Really, not meeting our expectations.
Well, all right. Well, if one person talks about the lack of responses, I will talk about the quality of the responses. um, my expectation was that if people were to actually bother to answer the questions, we would actually get quality answers, and we did. So I really enjoyed reading through rather long answers, and I chuckled, you know. I nodded my head in agreement. I'll talk about a few when we talk about our favorites, but yeah.
I mean, why
I-
wait,
I-
right?
I
Here,
agree.
let's read a
No,
few
no.
of this. No, okay, no. I got put in my place. No, no, no.
What?
I was saying something else, okay? There's a lag. I cannot do anything about it.
Go
What
ahead.
happened?
Floor is yours. No, because I said, okay, let's read a few of these the responses, and Momo was like,
Uh-huh.
no.
I was
Take
trying
now.
to say something. I was trying to say something else before that. I can't help it.
Oh, Momo, I love you. Okay, what were you saying before putting Toki in his place?
I forgot.
Oh, okay, not important then. Okay. So then, should we go with Toki's route where we read a few?
Yes. That
Who
would
wants
be
to go
amazing.
first?
Momo, do you want to
So-
go ahead?
Yeah. So I'll say one thing. For the stats answer, I was actually amazed that most of them replied that they wanted either agility or mana, and it was like everyone saying, "I want mana because I want magic." And then there was this one person who said stamina, which because it coincided with my answer, and it was funny to read that. But that was the only one that was different. And then there was, I think, Wu's answer, which was strength, right?
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, but with this one, I think most of them everyone wanted to cast spells. So everyone wanted mana, or everyone wanted to be super quick, so they wanted agility.
I love how you pointed out that one person who responded with stamina, but you didn't read their username until I saw their username, and I was like, how on earth am I supposed to pronounce this? It was like...
Quiz with
It's something Raphael. I'm sorry. Kiwi. Kwe? Raphael?
Yeah, I guess. We said Raphael. He,
That's the closest approximation.
yeah,
Stamina.
yeah, that was the only one that I saw was different, and it matched with my answer, other than Wu's answer, which was strength.
So he could lift more at the gym.
Yes,
yeah.
Gym
that
rat.
was.
Momo, why'd you want stamina?
I mean, if we have stamina, then we can do so many other things, right? I mean, if I want to use my mana, I would want my stamina higher. What if I get tired and I'm not able to use my mana for long?
Oh.
But what if you max out stamina but your mana is low? So the only magic you can cast is like a fire, but that's like the size of a lighter. So you're like a infinite stamina human lighter.
Gasoline. I'll use gasoline.
Okay, working smart, not hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Momo's party trick is gonna be like, when they drink whiskey in their mouth and then she will light the lighter fire from her finger and like flamethrower.
Thought it's super cool though. I mean, the way they do it, it would need so much super precision, because if the fire comes back to them, it's going to be a disaster.
That's true.
Woo, did you have a favorite?
I have a couple. I really like the short and sweet answers.
The short and sweet ones?
Yes, let me just find it. Oh yeah. There's a question. How would you feel if everyone, including yourself, gained a status window? And how do I read this? Nemesis Style answered, I feel sad looking at my low stats. I'm there with you.
I thought you would point out the creator's answer, which was freaked out. That can't be any shorter. Short and sweet.
No, I realized that most of the readers who put it, they actually said they'll be scared of the status window.
Oh, you're right. A lot of them are like, I'd be terrified, I'd be sad. Okay.
And
then
most
you've
of them,
got
most of them are like, it's because I don't want to look at my stats.
and then you got Orba Lower Ding Dong going, I feel a little bit pissed off. I mean, he
I have no
continues to
idea.
say, if I couldn't do missions to raise my stats, then he'd be pissed off. But I'm just reading the beginning, like, I feel pissed off looking at my stats window.
There's this another reader, Suncust. He said it will be actually cool. So that's a different answer.
Oh, wait, you're missing out Hockey Fox. He says he would feel amazed if he opened the window. So we got 2 positives there.
Yeah. What
Positive.
would you guys think? Yuj and Toki.
If I open this
For
that
me, I
window.
probably think like it's time to go easy on the shrooms.
Yeah.
Ah.
I think I'd be excited.
You would be? Okay.
Yeah, it's like living in a fantasy world all of a sudden.
I read this one fan fiction. It said that the entire trilogy, like the entire saga of Harry Potter, was just actually Harry ending up in the mental hospital and imagining the whole
I
thing
saw
in
that.
his mind. Childhood ruined.
I actually read one theory of Pokemon. Apparently, because Ash Ketchum never grows up for years on end, it's because he's comatose and he is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like everything is in his mind. The entire Pokemon series. I would like to point out one reader for the same status window answer, Fahama. They actually have a similar positive answer too. They actually say that I would feel truly awesome if I could grow my stats by doing small things daily that would feel great to watch myself grow. It's actually kind of cool if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Imagine like it gives you like small increments for things you do, like daily chores, and then like you go to the gym and you start lifting dumbbells and like weights, and it gives you like your strength has increased by 0.001, and then you start complaining to the status window, and you get those like those status windows that talks back to you in some novels. And you start complaining, hey, why is it only 001? And it tells you like, what, you want a medal for lifting that thing? Lift heavier and I'll give you more.
I like Fiction Me? I think it's Fiction Me, right? Answer to
Fiction
like
Me.
question
Fiction Me.
Yeah. To question 8, you wake up tomorrow morning as Dojun, our ridiculously overpowered MC. What's the first thing you do with your newfound power? I'll probably just live like him. Just read and watch movies, animes, and stuff. Like, I like that answer. Do nothing with
I
my
don't think you have to
superpower,
be an
just read.
MC to do that, you know?
But imagine being an MC and doing nothing.
Trust me.
Okay,
Trust me.
okay,
Trust me.
this-
If that's what the MCs do, Orba Lorba Ding Dong's already the MC of his novel.
Check my phone, look at my bank account, realizing I have the comfort to the day I die. Okay.
This one is good. Nemesis child. First, I'd laugh at how powerful I had become. Then I'd figure out the best way to make money so I can relax and enjoy life. I mean, why would you laugh?
Why wouldn't you laugh at how powerful you've become? That evil laughter,
Wait.
Momo.
Speaking of laugh, yeah, Momo.
There you go. That evil laughter, and like, yes, I'm so powerful.
All right, this answer is funny. I have to say this. The same thing for the question where you wake up as Dojun, and oh my God, how are we going to say this name? Quershifel. My garden will be sorted by the end of the day, for sure.
I thought we talked about his name before.
Wait, why? Why would the garden be sorted?
Actually, yeah, let's shorten it to Raphael.
Sorry, we're shortening your username to Raphael. We don't know how to pronounce the beginning portion.
I'm so sorry.
So yeah, Raphael, why would your garden be sorted by the end of the day? What is Tojun's power?
Just massive overpoweredness.
Raphael, does your garden have a lot of rocks and boulders?
Maybe. Who knows?
I'm so confused. You know, we had so many questions, but we haven't gotten through any of them yet.
No.
So, top 3 moments in the novel so far. Who is your best answer out of our list of contenders, responders?
I actually did not expect to see Chief Jung or this one is from Booth, and one of his moments was Chief Jung ordering brownie mocha instead of black coffee, which made the heavenly demon feel flustered. I was not expecting that. Were you?
I was not, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that happened. And I was like, that is probably one of my favorite moments in the early 100 chapters.
Why? What happens? What's the deal with the brownie mocha?
Oh, he's this guy, Chief Jung. He is the head of the Hunter Association or Hunters Bureau, and he's like the most powerful person right after the president. So so they are in a cafe, and our MC, he thinks he's going to go for like something manly drink, like a black coffee or something like that. And this guy just can I have a brownie mocha?
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. That would be kind of a mismatch.
Mm-hmm.
Master Pim's answer for question number 2: Who is your favorite Who is your favorite and least favorite character? Why? His contracted hunter. Actually, I'm very confused with this answer. Who is his contracted hunter? Who is he talking about?
You know, I think at first when I saw his answer, I thought he just meant that his contractor hunter, Yeji, was his favorite. But now that I think about it, maybe it could be his favorite and least favorite.
Oh.
Could be. Yeah, because I was not expecting that as a favorite character.
Yeji, why? What's up with her?
And why are you hating on Yeji?
I'm not hating on her. I said I just wasn't expecting her to be a favorite character, because if you see, most of the answers is Young, because hey, it's the truth, right? No, seriously. If you really see, most of the answers is everyone loves him. He's the
main character.
I wish he was.
Oh.
Whoa. But in terms of Tojun's contracted hunter, Yeji, she just like a brief introduction, I guess. She's like an F rank hunter, and Tojun sees a potential in her and kind of takes her in as his number 1 student.
Unofficial.
I guess unofficial, sure, but I guess people could like how hardworking she is and how receiving she is in terms of lessons and advice. But in terms of least favorite, she could be quite possessive and clingy.
Yeah, she's a bit delusional as well, in the sense that she thinks he likes her, which he does not. Yeah.
To be honest, Tojun, I don't know if he's dumb or he's just secretly evil, but he does kind of make people feel like maybe he's interested in them. You know,
I know.
He likes to say things.
I'll say not even half. Most of the misunderstandings in the women that they think they like him or he might like them is because of his weird and half answers. Like, it's just, I like you. Oh, okay. That's it. That's how he is.
Oh, that would frustrate me so much.
And then he will actually be like, "You are the only one for me." In his mind,
he did say that. He did say that.
And in his mind, it's like, "You're the only contracted hunter for me." But no. He won't say that. You are the only one for me. Of course, who is not going to think that he actually likes her? So
okay, let's move on to the questions that our readers have sent in. So I'm seeing that we got a couple questions asking about the translation process. Let's see, how do you choose names for the moves, and how do you choose like the best word in a sentence? How do you guys discuss that or work around that?
Well, it actually makes it quite easy because Korean authors really like to use English words to make moves sound fancy in Korean.
Oh,
Yeah, so I think, like, quite literally, a slashing skill would be named Moon Slash in Korean. So it'll be Moon Slashi, and I'll just write Moon
oh,
Slash.
oh! You're lucky then. There's some novels where the moves are like in hanja and it's
Oh
just
yeah, don't you
mashing
know?
words together.
This one has a bunch of it as well because Tojun is supposed to be from the martial world.
Mm-hmm.
But when it has four Chinese characters like Hanja, ChatGPT is my best friend. And then it's, like,
That's smart. Okay, good answer.
and then I'll probably check with Momo or Cozy to see if, if it's appeared in other novels before. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I see another question, another couple questions. I'll just combine them. How much time do you guys spend editing and translating a chapter?
Momo?
It depends.
Depends on how good Wu does.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wu is really mostly easy to edit for. Hey, it's not like I don't have a job, okay? I need to edit, but it's not too horrible. But then there was this one chapter. It just depends. Like there was this one chapter where
Yeah.
the author decided to flip the point of view. So far, it was in a third person, just like a narration of story as you see usually. And then he goes and chooses this one side character and decides to make the entire chapter about that side character. I won't say what or how because it's beyond the 100th chapter. And he decides to make it as a first person narration.
Oh, those are the worst.
Yeah, and then it was like I was struggling with that for so long because when I saw the chapter, I thought of it as more like a diary entry. So finally, I ping Wu and I have, Wu, how should we go about that? And he says, I don't see it as a diary entry. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I started editing it as that in my mind. So that was one chapter we both actually worked together on it. And we decided how to look at it and then decided what changes we should make. So for that one, it took us more than 90 minutes, right, Wu?
We were Discord chatting for a hot minute.
Yeah, it was a long time, and no, it's like it was way more than double the time I usually do. Otherwise, it's like 45 minutes, and I hardly even have to ping Wu unless there's something that is confusing. So if it confuses me, I have to get it sorted because it's going to confuse the readers.
That's true.
Yeah, so otherwise it's like usually just a streamlined process. He has done his translations, I'll edit, and then we are done with that.
But how long does it take you to translate, Wu?
I've definitely brought it down since I started with Barbarian Quest, but the whole process, like reading through the chapters, translating it, reviewing with fresh eyes, I'd say it takes me 2-ish hours on average.
How many hours?
2?
2 hours.
2 hours. Okay, I think that's a standard average, unless
Yeah, that sounds average. Toki,
Nice.
how long
Yeah.
does it take you? You
Thank
zoom through your
goodness.
chapters, no?
an hour probably.
Yeah, zoom.
Oh man.
But then when I was working on LUA, like, okay, FYI, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, one chapter took me 7 hours.
Whoa.
Ouch.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
That
Wait,
was painful.
no, it
That
was
was
just
really,
it was just one chapter or every chapter
One
of
chapter.
okay.
Okay,
Just
so
one chapter in the
it will
novel.
take like LUA took me like 2 hours on average, but then there were chapters like one thing I remember like it took me like 7-8 hours because he was just not speaking coherently. Like the whole thing was like off grammar, and he was like just blabbering. So I mean, there was this one question here, like, do you add any of your creativity to the process by Raphael? Like how much, as not all novels translate directly, as many can use idioms and language with no direct equivalent, right? So this actually happened to me in LUA because the author was not making sense anymore, so I had to make him make sense, you know? And that took like
Make him make sense.
4, 5, 6. The longest one was 7 hours, and I was like, yeah, raging, like, fuck this, not fuck. You know, like,
Tuki, I think I get what you are saying, because there was this one thing, it was such a small, tiny thing that Wu and I were discussing just last week. It was about a person, Laghame. Is that it? Yeah, I think I got correct. But she appeared in a fissure which was connected to one part of a core, and then it was never explained how what happened to her, or how our MC Dojun goes and meets her after that regularly, because that fissure closed and the connection to the core from the fissure closed, and I assumed from my part that, okay, so he just goes to the core and meets, and then Wu comes in and says, no, that it's not in the core. I'm like, but Wu, how are they meeting? So we had to go back and forth, look through all the chapters before, then started adding ref notes that, okay, this makes sense. And it was not there in the Ross, but we are putting it because it really makes sense, and this is how it is.
Piggybacking on the how do you add your own creativity to the process? It's probably my favorite part about doing this is, like, I think being chronically online has some benefits to this, because I can throw in some English Gen Z stuff when, let's say, Young is speaking. Fun stuff.
Yep, it was in one of the chapters where Wu had actually translated it as Delulu, and I go and say, can we please change this to delusional? And it's like, no, let's keep it like that. And we actually got so much comments on that. Like, is this really how it was in the Ross? But it's fun.
Alrighty, then let's end off with one last question. Since the title is Daddy is Too Strong. Has the word daddy lost all meaning because of how much you see it or write it in your day-to-day?
Let's see what Wu thinks. Hey, Daddy Wu.
Daddy.
Hey, Daddy.
Daddy will forever be daddy.
You daddy.
Have you
Daddy will
heard
forever be
from
daddy.
OPN? Has he commented yes, daddy on your novel yet?
You know what? He actually came and gave us a review of Yes Daddy, and then he got lost again. But that's all he came for, and that review actually has the highest number of upvotes.
I mean, he is known for saying yes, daddy.
Yeah, he used to be a very OG person.
I know. I still remember him doing Yes Daddy on
every single novel, every single chapter.
Most of the Death Blades ones, I guess. But it was like, oh man.
Well, I'm glad he came back to say yes, daddy on your novel. It's fitting.
Well, right. he's approved of it.
He's approved of it.
I have one last question, and this one is for Wu. So Wu, since I started editing the novel, how much have I annoyed you?
On a scale of 0 to 10?
Yes.
Infinity.
Like a solid 15? No, I'm kidding. Probably like like a 0, like a light 0.
Aww.
Okay.
He's being sweet, I guess.
This is going on the record. Momo, keep your eye out for an inbox message.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in and participating in the events to our readers. We love hearing from you guys. So if you have any questions or just want to squeal over Yong, come hang out with the team on Discord.
Make sure to come back next week for the Daddy is Too Strong radio drama.
Okay, bye.
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 Thanks for joining us on Wuxiaworld's Teahouse. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to hit the follow button to stay updated with our latest releases. If you want more tea, hop over to our social media or Discord. And send us an email if you want to spill the tea. We'll be back every Friday of each month, so check out our website, wuxiaworld.com. See you in the next episode. Bye!